Hello, this is Kari with Rabbit Revisions, and today we're going to talk about using exciting words in your writing. Yeah, it's not just for fiction writing, it's also for nonfiction and academic work. It makes your writing so much more engaging and interesting and expressive, so it's worth your while to try to use better, more exciting terms when you're writing a paper. One easy way to make your writing more engaging and sound more academic is to switch out some basic words for more interesting ones. So let me give you an example. Dr. Brown said, "The virus spreads through skin contact and bodily fluids." Okay, that's a fine sentence, but we can make it better by changing the lead-in to the quote to something more interesting. Instead of saying, "Dr. Brown said," we can replace "said" with a more academic word or more interesting word, like hypothesize. Dr. Brown hypothesized that the virus spreads through skin contact and bodily fluids. See, that's much better. It sounds sharper, cleaner, more academic. It's not that there's anything wrong with simpler words like said, did, looked, whatever. It's just that those can get repeated too much, and if you don't vary up your word choice or tone it up an academic level once in a while, it starts to sound like just a casual chat with your friends rather than a paper. But do choose your words carefully. If you just are trading up for any random word, then it can be pretty weird sometimes. Dr. Brown whispered that the virus spreads through skin contact and bodily fluids. See, you've just gone too far and made everyone uncomfortable. So don't do that. Be careful in your word choices. Try to avoid general phrases that aren't very descriptive. Dr. Brown has studied this a lot. Good for him! You better have some pretty academic sounding sentences surrounding that one, because that's just not impressive. Dr. Brown has done extensive research in this field. Much better. You replaced the general phrase with something more specific. Even if you don't know the details of what he's been trained in or what he studies, that's okay. Just lots of stuff that he knows because it's cool and things. Nope, that's not good enough. Even switching out words like, "He has studied this a lot" with "done extensive research" makes it more specific and sound more focused when your reader goes over your text. But don't be fooled by just adding in more words to make it sound better, because that's not always the way to go. Dr. Brown has been doing a lot of research on this stuff. No, see, you added more words, but they're not better words. They're still just as vague and useless as the original sentence was. It's just longer now. Good job? In order to avoid using general phrases, what you want to do is give as clear a picture as possible to relay all the information that you know. If you don't know that much, that's okay. Just avoid terms like stuff and a lot, because that doesn't really help you bring your point across very effectively. So from the examples, we see that we need to use more interesting, exciting academic words rather than maybe the first word that comes to your mind, and also not to be vague and general, but try to be as specific as possible. Dr. Brown caused a debate. What? Who with? There's no information there. Dr. Brown's thoughts concerning the spread of APN 295 have sparked a debate in the academic community. Great! That's so much better. It's clear, it includes academic sounding words that are more precise than general words, and it actually gives you information. However, do not fall into the trap of just looking every word up on a thesaurus, because that's not the way to go. Dr. Brown's cogitations pertaining to the proliferation of APN 295 have incited argumentation within academia. Nope, that's not what you do. Nobody talks like that. Even though there's nothing wrong with any of the individual words in that sentence, together it just sounds like you swallowed a thesaurus and nobody can really understand what you're saying. And if they can, you just sound kind of pompous anyway. They don't really want to read any more of what you wrote. Okay, so to recap, we learned 3 things. 1. Use words that are academic or interesting, even if they're just the basic verbs in your sentence. Trade them up for better ones. 2. Making specific statements is much better than being vague. Include as much information as you can. 3. Don't overdo it. It's too easy to take it too far. Just hold yourself back. Don't try to swap out every single word that you can for a better one. Just a few in a sentence makes it sound better. With these tips, you can write stronger and more exciting sentences. Good luck writing! Bye!